Alright, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Bigfry, and today I'm taking a look at Ground Branch. A lot of you guys have asked if I've covered this game before. I have. I've dropped a couple of videos on it way back in the day. I think one was from a year ago. One was like 9 or 10 months ago. So I figured now would be a really good time to jump back in, see what's changed, see what's new. Obviously, there's been a lot of updates since the last time I covered it. I don't cover it regularly. But it's funny, one of my sponsors, ChronoGG, reached out and they're like, hey, we want to put this game in your game store. We want to give your community a discount for a week, and we would love it if you cover it and showcase that. And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, sure. I haven't played it in a long time, and I know people have been asking me for it. So there you guys go. If you want to check out the game, you can do so by buying it in my game store right now. 20% off. It's like $15.99 right now. Another thing we're doing is every purchase in that game store gets you entered in to potentially win a Nintendo Switch with Chrono Colors, which it looks fucking awesome. So if you guys want a good game, good price, support the channel, and potentially win yourself a Nintendo Switch, you can check out the link in the description below. But what the fuck is Ground Branch? For those who might not have seen my original videos or don't know anything about this, Ground Branch is a tactical shooter made from one of the developers behind the original Rainbow Six and Ghost Recon games. He basically calls this a thinking man's first-person shooter featuring in-depth character and weapon customization. But you guys are seeing on screen here, I kitted out an M4A1. Every time I play this game, I find that I hate the scopes looking through because I'm just not a fan of longer range engagements. And when I get to close range, it seems like every enemy is fucking far away. So there wasn't really anything for me like in the middle ground. I always found myself trying to like rush and get into CQC environments, which this game very much is. There is a lot of longer range gameplay. This video is going to feature a boat level as well as the airplane level. I love the airplane level. It's super dope. I saw they released an update on August 12th and it featured this Spectre DR 1X/4X. And you can actually throw an RMR on the top rail, so you get like your longer range scope as well as like the close range, kind of more like ACOG red dot style. And I like it. This is the best combination I think the game has had for somebody like me. Here's the thing, they have had quite a few updates. I'm not going to go over all of the patch notes from the last 9 or 10 months that I haven't updated you guys on the game, but they've definitely updated the game from last time that I played it. The game actually runs a lot smoother, but the game is still very, very early access. This is something that I feel was, even though it's not buggy, it just feels like it's lacking a lot of content. The game has been in development for quite a long time, for years before it went to early access, and it's a very small dev team, guys who are passionate about the old school OG Ghost Recon Rainbow Six style, and you can definitely see the influences in this game. It's all about co-op, it's all about killing AIs, moving through the levels, tactical and teamwork. It's old school, and it has a glaring issue of lacking a lot of content. And that's why, for the most part, when people ask me why I don't cover it or talk about it, it's because it's really tough to find a server with people playing in it. There's usually only 1 or 2 that you jump in and you're playing with the random niche Ground Branch crew that's over there. But more importantly, there's not a lot to talk about. The game is really fun. I enjoy playing it. Ground Branch is something that I can jump in, run through a few levels with everybody, and just have a really good time. Today's games, for some reason, my mic wasn't working in game, even though it works in everything else, so I'm not sure what happened there, but I think the best experience you're going to have is if you have a couple of buddies, jump into a random server or host your own or whatever, and jump in and just play it really tactically, trying to clear room by room, plane floor by plane floor, or whatever mission you're in, and just go in and try to have a good time. But at the same time, it's pretty hard to recommend the purchase, like even at 20 bucks, and that's what it is on Steam right now. It's $15.99 on my store, so you get like a 20% off discount. At the same time, it's very tough to recommend it at that price point. I think if you're going in, you need to know it's going to take a long time for this game to get out of early access. It's going to take a long time for this game to get a lot of like significant content that's going to bring whatever player base it had back. I don't even know if it ever really got itself off the ground. And that's why, like, I think it deserves better, but at the same time, I understand why people would tell me I'm not buying it because of reasons A, B, and C, and D. It's the same thing as World War III, only I think World War III kind of caters to a broader audience, which is really weird saying that, because World War III is niche as hell. It's that hardcore Battlefield crowd, which there's a lot of them, but it's not like you're going to be selling millions and millions of copies. Ground Branch is even more niche than that. and it's in early access, and it's been there for a long time. And even though it says that it launched in August of 2018, it really has been in development for a lot longer than that. That's the first time it went to Steam. I think the game is really good for what it is. I mean, I bought the game a long time ago. Even like when they were selling it on their website, I bought it back then, and then I got the Steam key once they moved into the Steam infrastructure. And it's a tough one because I actually really like the dev team. I like the game, but it's one of those things where, like, I understand from a consumer perspective, somebody not wanting to jump in. The player base is like lower than World War III at this point. But the thing is it doesn't require large PvP environments. You can jump in with 4 or 5 people and have a really good time. And so that's why it's kind of tough for me. I think the game deserves better. I think it's fun. It's a solid tactical shooter, very bare bones, very old school. The things that it needs right now, it needs a lot of polish, and it needs a lot of content. And I mean, I guess that's what early access is for. It's just a matter of, this is a very, very small dev team. How many more years is it going to take to get it to a point where I can be like, yep, $20, $30, whatever the cost is, there you fucking go. I think if you guys want to check it out, you can see the gameplay on screen. You guys know what you're getting into at this point. I would strongly urge you, if you're really looking for something tactical to play with a couple of buddies, communication, teamwork, and just killing AIs and co-op, this is probably for you. It's the closest thing to OG Ghost Recon that I've played in years, and you guys know my thoughts on Breakpoint and shit, which we are going to be playing this weekend. I'm going to give you my updated opinions on that going into the release of that game. But Ground Branch is there for the guys who are looking for something a little bit more bare bones, a little bit more co-op focused, and not so convoluted. And that's my thoughts on it. A lot of you guys have been asking for the past like month or so, hey Fry, have you ever heard of Ground Branch? I have. I've actually released videos on this. I've played it. I've followed these guys for years. I just don't really talk about it because my opinion is so fence city on this one. I like the guys. I like the game. I just think that it needs a lot more before I can be like, yep, $20, fucking buy it. $15? Yeah, it's a little bit easier pill to swallow. If you guys want to check it out in the store, the link is down in the description below. And like I said, every purchase on that store, not even Ground Branch, I have Squad, Postscriptum, Held Let Loose. The daily deal, I think right now at the time of recording, is a game called Vanquish. If you guys haven't heard of that, check it out. 78% off. So there's a deal every single day rotating at the top of the store. And then I have select games that I think my community would be down for. Sandstorm, Ground Branch, Hell Let Loose, Postscriptum, Squad. My merchandise is over there as well. Check it out. Any purchase made on that store all the way through September puts you guys in an entry for a Nintendo Switch with custom Chrono logo and colors. It looks fucking great. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for everything. If you guys do check out Ground Branch, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about it. And for all the people who have been commenting, like to check it out, let me know how often you guys play, and I might jump in and try to get you guys some Ground Branch tactical gameplay with my community. Appreciate you guys watching. My name is Bigfry, and I'll see you on the next one.